Hello Virgo, and welcome to your August of 2016 tarot card reading. I'm mrwupy. I will be your reader today. I always start out my readings by pointing out I use a Thoth deck in case anybody out there is interested. I've always found it to be beautiful. I've always enjoyed it. I shuffle the cards. I get everything laid out before I turn the camera on. Saves us a little bit of time. And the way the cards are laid out, this is how the sign of Virgo will be meeting the month of August 2016. These cards are from the first of the month going towards the middle of the month. These cards are middle of the month going to the end of the month. These cards are considered advice from the spiritual world, and these cards are the things that will be out of your control during the month of August. So let's see where we're starting out. Okay, Virgo, you start off with abundance, which is the good things in life. It's love, it's kindness, it's beauty. So you're starting out the month personally in a fairly good place. Your next card is happiness, which is pleasure and happiness. It's physical well-being. So, like I said, on a personal note, you're going to be in a pretty good place, but you've also got the worry card, which is monetary anxiety. It's financial strain. So you're starting off the month really kind of worried about money. You're worried about how you're going to keep the lights on. There's going to be some financial strain going on. You personally are in a good place. You've got happiness going on here. You got beauty going on here. But there's going to be that financial problems. That's as you start the month. Now, as we go from the first of the month going towards the middle of the month, you start off with Dominion, which is the harmony of rule and justice. It's boldness, it's courage. So you've obviously got the strength and the energy to take on these problems that are plaguing you here as you start off. And you're doing pretty good. You're going to do pretty good at it. Okay, your next card is the Prince of Discs, which is a young man who's practical, he's capable, he's competent, like a manager sort. Okay, he's going to be playing a role in your life as you go through the month of August, at least in the first part. But then you get to the middle of the month, and you get the Fool, which is it's ideas, thoughts, spiritual insights. It often represents a spiritual awakening within yourself. And you spiritually realize new ideas, new hopes. This card is often reflective of the spiritual nature of the person who is receiving the reading, and it usually represents an opening within yourself to new ideas, to new thoughts. That's coming towards the middle of the month. Now, from the middle of the month going towards the end of the month, you start off with the Lovers, which is openness, attraction, it's beauty, it's love. And if you just look at the rest of the month going towards the end of August, the next card is the Ace of Cups, which is beauty, pleasure, happiness. And then you have love, which is harmony, it's warm friendship, it's mirth. So this spiritual awakening really sets the tone for the rest of August for you, because you have such insights that you see the beauty around you. I mean, it really wakes you up towards, as you go from the middle to the end of the month, you see so much beauty and love. It's awakening in you that will really bring forth a change. I mean, you start off with monetary problems. Okay, that's kind of going to go away right here, because you've got courage and strength to defeat that. But the main thing about this reading is spiritual awakenings, insights, thoughts that are really going to wake you up. I mean, it's going to be very much a learning month, Virgo. Let's look at your advice cards. The Ten of Swords usually starts off with a disruption or insolent person, but spiritually, this card represents the end of delusion. It's as if you wake up from the delusions you were having. Again, this is a spiritual card saying that you're going to have a spiritual awakening during the month. Your next card, these are advice cards. Advice cards can be taken any way you want to. The Six of Swords, science, which is success after anxiety. It's passage from difficulty. So if these difficulties you've been having, you're going to let them go. You're going to have a serious awakening this month. Then the priestess, which is a pure, gracious influence, enters the matter, hence change. So you've got another change card. I mean, you've got some serious changes going on this month, Virgo, and they look like changes for the better. Now these are the things that are out of your control. You start with the Queen of Discs, a woman who's ambitious, affectionate, she's kind, domesticated. She might be somebody you normally rely on. This card usually means that since it's out of control, you might not be able to rely on this person this month, or they might not be there for you when you need them. Then you have Death, which actually doesn't mean death, it means change, transformation. And you've got some serious transformation cards going on here from the middle of the month to the end of the month, spiritually, I mean, spiritual growth. Then you have the Prince of Wands, which is a young man. He's strong, impulsive, just. He has a sense of humor. He might be somebody who comes around, somebody that you often rely on, but being out of control, you might not want to try and rely on them this month. So, Virgo, that was an interesting reading. You know, you start off personally in a good place. You seem to be taking care of the problems that you're encountering at the first, but then it heralds a serious awakening for you spiritually during the second part of the month, and that's really kind of beautiful. So, if you enjoyed the reading, I hope you will subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified when next month's readings are posted. Until then, I'd like to thank you for watching. This is Mr. Whoopi.